Hey, you there! Ever try to do something in under 6 minutes? Anything, like say, grow a beard. I bet you can't. At Sweet Pepper's Deli, you get quality food in under 6 minutes. Now how about that? Sweet Pepper's Deli, life is sweet.
Join the Chickasaw and Kana Foundation for the 5th Annual Piamico Day Wreath-Laying Ceremony at Fair Park in downtown Tupelo on October 13th. Starting at 10 a.m., enjoy demonstrations of Chickasaw history and culture, followed by the wreath-laying ceremony at noon.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather at 10.
Well, welcome to Mississippi Live Weather at 10. I am so glad you decided to stay up tonight on a Friday night, which I hope you have all been enjoying because it has been beautiful outside here across North Mississippi. We've had an action-packed, I guess, Friday football-wise, not really weather-wise, but that's good. We don't mind the boring weather here in North Mississippi. Definitely a good thing and sign for the rest of our weekend. But speaking of all that action-packed, especially football-related, we have your Game of the Week highlights coming up. They'll be presented by meteorologist Gabe Maynor. I know he's already put together the highlight reel. I'm excited to hear him give pretty much the commentation for the highlight reel as well. We will also have your band and cheer squad of the week results coming up during this broadcast, so make sure to stick around to see whether it was Aberdeen or Choctaw and also who won the game. We're all about to figure that out throughout the rest of this broadcast. But weather related, since I know that's also why y'all came here, we have a beautiful weather weekend. We have a beautiful weekend ahead. It'll be very dry, so for those expecting rainfall, maybe you won't be a fan of the weather coming up, but it will feel amazing outdoors and it'll actually feel like a fall-like weekend, one that we haven't really had in a long time. And it's fitting because most of us are on fall break this weekend. I know Mississippi State students are, some Tupelo High School students, and district is on fall break, so it will feel amazing all across North Mississippi and we just get to enjoy it. But let's take a look at the first 12, just showcasing these beautiful conditions, starting off around 60 degrees by the time we reach 11 o'clock, wrapping up all of our events and high school football games. Then we're cooling off towards the low 50s tonight for our lows. It will feel amazing and a cool start to our Saturday morning. Before we start slowly warming up and seeing sunny skies all day tomorrow, it will feel amazing. But like I keep mentioning, meteorologist Gabe Maynor has been out at the Game of the Week and he's going to give us the results coming up right now.
Well, Caleb, it is, of course, cooler than what it has been. I didn't listen to the meteorologist. I know. Don't get on to me. I did have a jacket, but it was in the back of my wife's car, so I know she's staying warm, and I will hopefully get out of here soon so I can turn on the heat in my car. But the action on the field has cooled off as well. As you can see behind me, game time is over, but you might hear it in the background, just how much of the party is going on up there at the top of the hill here in Aberdeen. So, yeah, party's just beginning as classes gather today, but let's go ahead and get to where the action was hot. And that was on the football field this evening. As you can see right here, grills were fired up in Aberdeen this evening for homecoming. Ribs, kebabs, I mean, it smelled delicious all night long. Nearly all of the graduating classes over the years came together to catch up and cheer on their Bulldogs. Choctaw County in town trying to take that joy from the Bulldogs, but Aberdeen trying to use our home field advantage to take down the reigning state champs. First drive, Choctaw County on the 25, KJ Cork takes the snap, goes right, pitches it outside to Jeremiah Miller, who finds the gap and gets those yards after contact for a Charger first down right there. Unfortunately, a holding would bring it back, but don't worry. Cork says, I got you, and finds his main man, Aston Lilly, for a 25-yard touchdown. Took the hit and still had that football. Big-time player making big-time plays. Cork literally puts a cork on that drive right there. Just excited to get the game going. The Choctaw County Charger, of course, showing us the fight that his team showed on that drive. And Aberdeen finally looking to respond right here. Kobe Payne takes the snap, runs up the middle right here, right after he takes a snap, and finds Jaden Buchanan breaking open in the middle of the field for a Bulldog first down right here, getting the chains moving. And Payne trying to keep that momentum, runs play action, sprints out left, sees Gavin Pargo down the field, but throws it behind him. Right to Choctaw County's Cortez Dotson, who comes down with it. The ball goes to the Chargers. Choctaw County band beating their drum, similar to their boys beating down these Bulldogs. Chargers looking to build their lead. Give the ball to Javion Lowry, who finds Lilly again deep down the middle of the field, and he gets ripped to the ground by the Bulldogs, but not before a Charger first down. Choctaw County looking to capitalize on this drive. They find themselves back in the red zone right after this timeout right here. The senior Cork pitches the ball to fellow senior Jeremiah Miller. Cuts up the gut of the defense and ends up scoring the touchdown backward, Michael Jackson style. Big time player right there. 14-0 Chargers with 2:25 in the first. Third down for the Chargers later on in the first quarter. You can see after an Aberdeen 3-and-out, KJ Cork takes the snap. Can't find anybody. Takes it right. Throws on the run to who else but Aston Lilly, who puts on the burners. It is a stampede of Chargers marching their way into the end zone. This man is unguardable. 2 touchdowns for Lilly in the first half. Choctaw County cheer having plenty to cheer about this game. 21-0. Choctaw County with 10:04 in the second quarter. Next drive, Aberdeen punting, but he got blocked by Choctaw County's Javion Lowry. The ball is caught by Treverion Pratt, and the big fella rumbles down the field to the 10-yard line. Bulldogs getting dog-walked by this Charger defense. Aberdeen knows they need a stop to stay in this game, but that defense would not stand a chance as Jeremiah Miller takes the ball up the middle, coasting his way to the second touchdown of the first half. Shout out those Chargers right there, making a lane for the speedy back. 28-0 Chargers in the second. Later in the second, Chargers ball again. Cork in shotgun looks deep to his receiver, Lilly, but the sure-handed receiver drops it and is picked up by Aberdeen Xavion Fort, who stays on his feet and gets all the way down to the Chargers' 10-yard line. Aberdeen Bulldog loving it and showing its own fight right there. And a fight they would. The senior Fort got the pick and now finds his way into the end zone for the Bulldog score. Call this man Travis Hunter, playing both sides of the ball. Light show officially lit in Bulldog Stadium. Cheerleaders getting everyone loud to cheer these Bulldogs back into the game. Aberdeen, knowing they need points, would opt for 2, and Antonio Vassar would throw an absolute dime to his receiver in the back of the end zone. Ref sees it clearly, got the foot in, and it is good. Bulldogs on the board. Homecoming court getting a front row seat for that one. Excited, Aberdeen is showing some fight to get back in the game. But that would be a big uphill battle as Aberdeen finds itself down 28-8. And it ended up being a homecoming to forget for the Bulldogs. Their comeback bid would fall way short as the Chargers take this one 43-8, as you can see right there behind me on the scoreboard. So it was a Choctaw County dub, the state champs, showing why they're state champs and taking the big one right here. Aberdeen, of course, still having a good time despite the loss. I think they've already forgotten about it. You can hear the music behind me right there. So tent's still up. If you are in Monroe County, Aberdeen is the place to be. Go ahead and get on out here so you can enjoy the fun with all of the classes. Yes, dating back to 1977. So shout out everyone showing up and showing out. Plenty of good food still available. I can still smell it, and it is 10 o'clock, and they started cooking at about 5 o'clock. So it's going to be a fun time and excited to get up there, not just because it's a party, but also because all those people make it a little bit warmer. Yes, it's chilly here in Bulldog Stadium now, but Caleb, I know it's getting cool overnight all across North Mississippi, but I mean, it was a good time out here in Aberdeen. Despite the loss, both teams still look like they're going to get back on track next week. So hopefully Bulldogs get a dub and get that season back online. They do fall to 4-3 this evening. Choctaw County 5-2, looking to build that momentum into next week. Caleb, a great forecast, a great time here in Bulldog Stadium. I hope everyone enjoyed the highlights and enjoyed it as much as we did here for our game of the week. I know you have Band of the Week coming up, Spirit Squad of the Week coming up, but for now, live in a Bulldog Stadium, meteorologist Gabe Maynor from Mississippi Live Weather.
Well, I could definitely hear the music by the end of that highlight reel, and Aberdeen seems to be the place to be tonight. And honestly, look at the weather. There's nothing going on, so it will be a fantastic night all across North Mississippi, especially in Aberdeen for all those parties going on. May not have gotten the win, but spirits are definitely at an all-time high. So it doesn't even matter. But yeah, taking a look at Mississippi Live weather radar right now, absolutely nothing to track out, nothing to look at, and that is a great thing here for North Mississippi. We don't want any of that. We would love a boring forecast, and we're going to enjoy every second of it. But let's take a look at Futurecast to see what the rest of your evening and start to your Saturday looks like. Well, basically, it's going to continue to look exactly like this. We still have some showers pretty much north of us in Arkansas across the Mississippi River. You can see some bubbles of green trying to push their way into North Mississippi, but still, sprinkles is still an overestimate, an exaggeration on what those rain chances are. Most of North Mississippi is staying dry, and if you couldn't tell, that cold front that we saw earlier trying to make a further push in North Mississippi, pretty much non-existent at this point with how it doesn't even get as close as what it was earlier. So not really going to be receiving many effects from that, but we are still going to feel really nice outside as we continue into our Saturday, and we can see that right here on the next 24. Sunny skies is going to be the story. We're starting off in the low to mid 50s by the time we're getting up and early for our Saturday morning. If you want to sleep in, you you can still see some cooler conditions. 62 by 9 o'clock, warming up towards the upper 70s by lunchtime. But thankfully, you're sitting in the upper 70s, low 80s for our highs in our afternoon tomorrow before we start cooling back off. See temperatures around 77 degrees by the time we're up giving you the next broadcast tomorrow. So I want to give you an in-depth look on what the rest of your evening and Saturday looks like, but also Sunday, what that forecast looks like going into the work week. All of that coming up in 1 minute.
When you've been injured, don't settle for a lawyer who doesn't even know where you live. Call Langston and Lott. Local lawyers, personal service, real results.
Tupelo Smiles is a top-notch group. They're very compassionate about what they do. They've given me the smile that I've always wanted. I've been a patient for 15 years and I wouldn't go anywhere else. I just love Tupelo Smiles.
You may see a teen struggling to find his way. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we see a teen gaining the confidence and skills to land his first job. Kids today need people to see their potential and help them achieve it. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we do whatever it takes to help kids succeed. Because when we see young people, we see limitless possibilities. Do you? Join us. Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Caleb Edelblut.
Well, so far it looks like we're still keeping the same trend of football team may have not gotten the win that they wanted, but the Spirit Squad did get their win in the Game of the Week vote. So got to stick around to see what the band of the week was. Was it Choctaw or Aberdeen? That'll be coming up towards the end of the broadcast. But let's take a look right now outside. Tupelo, 61 degrees. Not much of wind going on. 3 miles per hour just coming out of the north. Feels like 61. That humidity dew point, it's pretty nice right now. So we're going to feel really nice as we continue into the evening as well. Let's track out what those conditions look like. Still not looking at much as we look across North Mississippi. That rainfall still pretty much across the Mississippi River into Arkansas. We can see a few stray rogue showers try to push into North Mississippi. They're still fighting an uphill battle to try to give any of us some rain chances. But if you do, it will be pretty much just along the Mississippi River. Maybe could have a few sprinkles overnight. You're going to wake up and not realize it happened. Nothing meaningful coming out of that. Those rain showers coming into North Mississippi. Low temperatures, this is pretty meaningful. A cool start to our Saturday morning. It will feel amazing, a little bit chillier. I know I don't do well with the cold, so I'll say this is cold. This is kind of my perfect weather before it gets even colder into winter and December and everything. So this is my go-to weather. I don't mind this one bit, especially with where our lows have been. So definitely going to be a great start to our Saturday. But let's also talk about our SEC football forecast. Ole Miss hosting Washington State and Oxford, starting off around 73 degrees. Of course, this is a midday game. It'll kick off around 11:45, warming on up towards 77 degrees by halftime, finishing up in the upper 70s by the time you're walking out of that stadium. Should be a good game. Hopefully the Rebels come out on top. Alabama, road game to Missouri. Had a struggle bus on the front half of the season, but y'all have been kicking it in high gear from that point on. Y'all are looking good. Going to face Missouri and Columbia, starting off around 65 degrees, warming on up towards the low 70s, but pretty much sticking there for the rest of the game. So it should feel amazing up there in Missouri. But coming back to North Mississippi, let's track out your Saturday, see what's going on. Still, maybe some cloud cover in the start of your morning, not really meaningful cloud cover. It'll build in over around the Delta, while most of North Mississippi will see clear skies. You can already see that shadow of that cold front, not quite as close to North Mississippi as it was earlier. It's not even coming up into the frame to show that it's not making it that far towards us, not really going to give us many effects. We are still seeing dry conditions as we continue into our Saturday, and that will be the story. High temperature is pretty much low 80s, upper 70s across most of North Mississippi. I'm covering up the highest ones, pretty much 84 in Greenville, Bozono, and Greenwood, but those heat and seas, knocking you down just slightly. So you're going to feel a little bit cooler than what those actual temperatures are reading. It will be beautiful all across North Mississippi for our Saturday. And of course, I have to put in the park planner. I feel like I'm jumping across screens right now. Here's the park planner for tomorrow. I mean, sunny skies all day long. It is going to feel amazing, especially if your kids want to get out early. 54 degrees by 7 o'clock, so definitely want to bundle them up. But by the time you go out from lunchtime, pretty much upper 70s, sticking in the low 80s by those afternoon hours, and seeing low 70s if you want to go out in the evening when the sun starts setting. Beautiful conditions regardless, no matter what time you pick for your Saturday. Let's go back to your Futurecast to show you your Saturday evening into Sunday. We are still seeing dry conditions all night long into the early morning hours of your Sunday. You can see that is the trend. Not many clouds in the sky overnight. Maybe try to build in just a little bit, but yeah, no, I mean, by lunchtime, you can already see just a little bit, but we are still seeing sunny skies all day long. Not much to look at. That went through your entire Sunday. Not seeing a speck of green, yellow, orange, red. Definitely don't mind it here in North Mississippi. Let's enjoy a beautiful weekend. I know we need that rainfall, but we can enjoy these conditions while they last. Going into your Monday morning, still seeing clear skies. It will be another clear start to the work week as well. Beautiful conditions all across North Mississippi. High temperatures still in the low 80s for your viewing area. I'll even step over because I still cover up Greenville coming in at the highest, around 85 degrees, along with Bozona and Greenwood, but still pretty much low 80s across most of North Mississippi. Still some upper 70s out there in Red Bay, Iuka, and Boonville, but we're sitting pretty here in North Mississippi. Those heat and seas keeping you right there with those actual temperatures, not boosting us up into the mid 80s. So we're going to feel dry, and thankfully that's because that humidity not really playing a factor as we continue into the weekend ahead. We can see this on the 7-day forecast. Sunny conditions pretty much all day, every day throughout our weekend and into the start of the work week. Those go from your Saturday and Sunday into your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday before we might see some cloud cover really try to build back in for your Thursday and Friday. But thankfully, we're sticking around the low to mid 80s. It's still slightly above average. As you can see right here, our normal high should be around 79 degrees, but it's not as above average as we have been. So we're slowly making our way towards those fall-like conditions. But before we go, of course, I have to give you your band squad of the week coming up right here. Well, there you have it. There was your Aberdeen Band of the Week. That was a great one. I was pretty much nodding my head going with the music. I enjoyed that one. Of course, here are the QR codes for both iOS and Android. We appreciate all the support you have given us. We appreciate all the votes you give us for your band and cheer squad of the week. Y'all make sure to start listing some ideas of what the next game of the week will be next Friday. We are very excited to see what y'all come up with. As Will says, y'all know ball. Y'all have good ball knowledge. Y'all understand what y'all are voting for. So I'm very excited to see what y'all cook up this weekend and into the start of the next work week. But we will be live tomorrow at 6 and 10. We are reverting back towards that weekend schedule because we are finally done with yet another work week. So I hope everyone had a great work week, had a great Friday. Y'all rest up, enjoy the night that we have, and enjoy a beautiful Saturday tomorrow before we go live tomorrow night in the Room to Room Weather Center at 6 and 10.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laupon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laupon has proven himself trustworthy